Hello. Bit of a random one, just as the title says, a spur of the moment kind of. Just forgot to go live. Yeah, kind of been in a bit of a couple of days of heaviness, to be fair. Although I joined Paul's stream the other day, that was good while I was on there. But yeah, either side of that, it was a bit. But yeah, we don't want to go into that. Maybe I do. Perhaps that's why I'm here. I don't know. Don't know what I'm talking about. So I cracked a few beers, just done a couple of reviews, and thought I'd just throw a little live for an hour or so before I go to bed. So yeah, there's no one watching, so it's okay. I thought I'd just crack a few. It's getting a bit late, really, to start drinking, but what you gonna do? Yeah, it's 11:30 here in the UK, so that's okay. We've got Joe Gansel in the chat. How you doing? Appreciate your comments recently. Your bucket of beer you mentioned the other day. Yeah, that's try and get hold of that if you can. It's the Shankrona, I think it was. I can't remember. My memory's been pretty bad. I'd say the last 7 weeks or so. But yeah, cheers for chiming in. Hope you're doing all right. So yeah, here's what I'm drinking at the moment. One of them. I've got two going on. So this is a local brew pub. It's been around a couple of years, but obviously this year's been a bit tricky. So this is from Xylo. Xylo Brewing Limited, I believe. So yeah, they've got a brew pub over in Margate in Kent, England, UK. And yeah, picked up 4 cans, 2 of these. And I've got, what else have I got? I've got a Kolsch, I think. So I reviewed this earlier, so that'll be coming up in the next few days. So yeah, it's quite a dark orange. But it's okay. It's brewed with Verdant or Verdant yeast, apparently. That hyped brewery down in Cornwall. It's brewed with their yeast. So yeah. So we've got that one going on. Got 2 people watching. Thank you for joining. I'm only going to be on for an hour or so. Nothing nuts. So Joe says, yeah, I've been slacking in my beer bucket list. Yeah, I've got a few, but it's just not going to happen really unless I go to the States and stuff like that. So it's one of them deals. But then, does it matter? Yeah, I suppose it does to a degree, but the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I hope you get to try that beer. It's pretty good. Anyway, second beer I'm just literally reviewed is another local beer from Time and Tide and part of their Deal Hop Farm project. This is their Winter Mild. Quite a Christmassy looking label. Let me get my hand out of the way so you can see it. So yeah, Winter Mild 2020 harvest. It's all communally grown hops. Well, community grown beer, I don't know if it says that, but yeah, all the hops are like Prima Donna hops from East Kent, where I'm at. So yeah, it's what does it say? Made up of people's gardens, allotments, and community gardens and spaces. So proper. It's got that kind of that feel to it. Now I'm out of it. It's probably a good thing. There you go. But yeah, it's got a nice Christmassy feel. Got the old tree on it. Some kind of pine. Really nice. Quite a smart looking can, to be fair. So yeah, like that one. That review will be coming up probably a couple of days. Yeah, 3 days time. So what's 3 days time? Yeah, Thursday that'll come up. This will be Wednesday, and I've got another one already planned for the morning. So all kind of home county beers. So yeah. So yeah, what are you drinking? You've got one or two people watching. Anything pleasant? Or where are you at? It's probably if you're in the States, it's probably around about 6:30, something like that. That's if you're on the East Coast, of course. But yeah. So yeah, just chilling, just seeing who's around, that kind of deal. Just fancy the chat. Let me just get all these notifications out of the way before I start going crazy. Tenants, eh? Oh, it's all right. Yeah, chilling that time of day. I guess you're in the UK, but yeah, nah. I'm just chilling myself, really. Just could have come on earlier. Probably could have come on an hour ago, but by the time I'd sorted stuff out and done a couple of reviews and washed up a couple of glasses, that kind of stuff. It's like, it is what it is. I know. Don't know if my mate was going to join or not. It might be a bit too late for him now. I'll have to. I'll just message him. There we go. He was around a minute ago, so we'll wait and see. So, and that's it, really. I haven't got. Although I wanted to chat, I haven't got loads to say. I've had a couple of rough days. Usual, what's been going on. Been a bit concerned about the world being on fire at the moment, locally and stuff like that. It's getting really bad. So yeah, being locked down for nearly a month again. That ends on Wednesday. So that's good news. Bad news is we're going to be going to these 3-tier systems, 1, 2, and 3. 3 being the worst. And we've currently got. Where are we now? I think we're the 3rd highest area in the UK with cases, and we were at the lowest about 3 or 4 weeks ago. Now we're the 3rd highest in the UK, so we're going to be pretty much still in lockdown after national lockdown ends. So almost certainly. So we'll find that out on Thursday. So that's pretty shit, to be fair. I was hoping to get out and see some friends and stuff, but it's not looking likely. So, which is pretty bad. You just got to sit it out. It's just one of them deals, but we'll get there in the end. People have had enough in Ireland. Are officially on level 5 lockdown, but the streets aren't deserted as they were. Yeah, it's the same here. Yeah, it's just yeah. Another thing you have to remember is back in March, it was the tail end of the winter, so you could ease restrictions in, like you say, they're going to do it probably at Christmas time. But we're like 2 or 3 months behind, the whole craziness of it all. So you can have lockdowns and then, the numbers are down, they open up again, and numbers will go up again because we're in that kind of that winter period, isn't it? So I don't know, or at least there's alleged vaccines. So you know, and that's another story. But yeah. Oh God, are you? Joe's on quarantine, waiting for his results. Man, yeah, I've. How many times have I quarantined? I quarantined for 2 weeks because I had to. It was literally someone in. My mum had it in July, so 2 weeks. That was 2 weeks. Early October, my daughter had a cough and that, so we had to wait for the results. It's about 2 days, so we had to. No one could go out. Blah blah. 2 days, and then again a couple of weeks ago, another cough. Daughter again. That was only 1 day, you know, or a day and a half, whatever. And yeah, but both come back good. So, but yeah, it's still pretty shit. I've got a few people at the moment that have just they've got to self-isolate now for 2 weeks. They were in contact with someone and yada yada and all that kind of absolute craziness. It doesn't help that people are practicing in power. Well, they're not, are they? I mean, you know, that's always the same, isn't it? Really. Yeah, and that's across the board, though. It's not one party, or you know, it's just it's just the old the privileged few that think they're above, you know, and all that. So, but that's never going to change. Yeah. So, we've got 4 people watching. Wow. Turned into a COVID-19 chat. Yay. A friend of mine took a test earlier in the year, was just told to quarantine 14 days. Never ever got so much as a result back. Really? Crikey. So I don't know how can you can get an antibody test, can't you? I mean, they reckon the antibodies in the body hang around for quite a while, so that could be one. You know, so back then I did have it because I've got the antibodies. But then there's lots of stories like, oh, in Italy in September, people were getting antibodies for this thing. They didn't know what it was. In the Bergamo region, where it went crazy earlier in the year, they're saying that, you know, it's they were picking up these antibodies for whatever it was. Because I think that people were doing cancer, something to do with cancer. I can't remember the exact story, but there was a trial going on for cancerous in the blood and that, but they were picking up these kind of antibodies for an unknown thing. They weren't sure what it was, but this was in September, which is like a full-blown September, October, back end of November. News broke in China, etc. So it's like 3 months before. So what's all that about? You know, if it's true, of course, you just don't know, do you, these days? But yeah, that's crazy though. That is just like nuts. Yeah, I can't go back to work unless I get a test negative or spend. Yeah, I know it's bonkers, isn't it? It's like with my daughter and that. Oh, she can't come to school until you get a test and get the results back, etc. You know, literally, you can't. You know, but I remember back in early October, you couldn't get a test. You could not get a test. There was no test available. So it's like, so we gave it about 5 days, and she was feeling fine. It was just a common cold. Kids get them all the flipping time. You know, she's always, you know, get some of the stuff. It's just one of them kind of deals, really. But so yeah, it's just one of them things. But we'll all get through it in the end. You know, everyone's going through shit at the moment. So this is to everyone out there. Just keep safe, and we'll get through this shit storm. But I can't say I'm looking forward to Christmas this year, but that's another story. Yeah, damn indeed. So I was talking to Mar the other day. Apparently someone in my brother's school had it and the teachers didn't tell any of the parents. Let me read that again. Oh. Someone in my brother's school had it and the teachers didn't tell any of the parents. They're not going to tell. They won't tell you who it is. But because with my daughter's school, you'll get a letter. It's already a printed up letter, and then they'll just say it'll be the date and all that sort of thing. Because 3 of my daughter's year, not her year, but the one's higher than her. She's only in year 1 of primary school. So a couple of years. I think it was year 6 and year 4 or whatever. I'm not going to name the school, but yeah, had cases. Beginning of last week, one of the teachers, or an adult, let's say an adult, it's going to be a teacher, had it. So that whole class year bubble, I'm not sure, I think it's the year, because last week it was so quiet. This week, I think a few years have come back, and it's kind of a little bit more normal, busy craziness. But yeah, but it's been the same all over, certainly locally, within my county and probably nationally, that you don't hear about, you know, elsewhere in the country. So, but yeah, you definitely would have been told, you know. But again, you know, I don't. You may be right. I don't know. Yeah. So Joe's saying cheers. Yeah, privacy reasons. That's the thing, isn't it? It's just one of them. They're only kids, aren't they? At the end of the day, it's just. You know. I've got more of an issue with some of the parents not wearing masks around schools. That pisses me off. Like, pisses me off. Everyone, all of a sudden, everyone's got like fucking asthma. Do you know what I mean? Just wear a fucking mask. You know, just wear it anyway. What's the deal? It's just, oh, no human rights. Fuck off. But yeah, just. And they're like, oh, prove it. It's like, well, just wear it and that's it, isn't it? Just. I mean, you just got to look at countries that wear masks and have ventilation. Ventilation is a key one. With, you know, just look at like Japan. I think Japan is probably had one of the lowest case ratios in Asia, but they always wear masks anyway because pollution and stuff. So it's a normal thing. But they always have windows open, ventilation. Even in winter, and they get it a bit colder winters than what we get here, and but they still, you know, but that, and they always keep space anyway. Culturally, there's a lot of things going for them, but you go to the Western countries and it's like, nah, we're not doing this. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing, you know, and all that stuff, you know, and that, you know, that's half the problem. I think it's just like a cultural thing. Being told what to do. Oh, you can't go out. You can't do this. You can't do that. You know, I ain't got a problem with it. You know, sometimes I don't want to go out anyway, so it's just, you know, it's not a biggie. So, or it's really crowded places, or a really crowded pub or something like that. I kind of don't. I like quiet pubs, have a few beers, a few people, have a chat. But when it gets too busy in that, all right, yeah, that's just me though. So. Yeah, there's been a few things in the early part of the year, the lockdown. Nothing really changed much. Not a great deal. It was just. It was actually probably a good time to go out and have a walk because there's less people around. But we lost 3 people there, so I'm waffling. So yeah, there's one country was Sweden or Switzerland. Yeah, Sweden. Yeah, Sweden. Actually, my friend James Rampant 90. He lives in Sweden. So yeah, it's really bizarre, isn't it? There are actually no lockdowns at all, and the pattern's the same. But yeah, I don't get that. I don't know what the population is of Sweden. I don't know. Apart from maybe Stockholm, I'm not too sure what the densely populated areas are of Sweden, so that might work in their favour. Obviously, in the UK, it's quite in comparison, quite a small country, I'd say. Obviously, got some major cities and probably a bit of that kind of going on. I don't know, but yeah. I was walking to work early last year, and the whole street was empty. Yeah, it was eerie. You didn't hear the birds singing. There was no background drone noise. Not drones, but that kind of that. You get that noise, don't you? It's like it was just you could hear a pin drop, like winter when it's snowing. It had that feel to it, but you could hear all like wildlife and stuff, and it's like wow, there's no plane trails. Obviously, there's no planes flying, all that kind of thing. It was amazing. It was like amazing, proper amazing. But it's like that throughout the whole day. It's like, it's yeah, pretty special. It's actually quite nice. As it's warmed up, this beer is actually quite nice. You'll see this review Wednesday. Yeah. So yeah, got 2 people watching. I really appreciate it. I just missed one. Saw an image that shows. Yeah, I saw that earlier in the year. There was somewhere in India that there was a village or something. And obviously, the elders, what they call them over there, they've lived there for like 40, well, more 50, 60 years, and they'd never see. I think it's the Himalayas. They took a photo of normal times, and then they took a photo during lockdown in their part of India or all of India. I don't know if it was probably all India or on lockdown. It's April or May or something, around that sort of time, and they can see the Himalayas, and they're saying that people who live there like all their life, 60, 70 years old, have never seen the Himalayas from that village. It just shows you, doesn't it? It just shows you, what global lockdown, well, not global, but pretty much a lot of countries around the world doing lockdowns and stuff, and just improve the air quality. It's just things like that. It's like you can only think about that. Sort of, get your head around that one. Just show you. The animals start to move closer from the forests and stuff. Yeah. There's another thing in. I think it was in. It was one of the real big touristy holiday areas in Thailand, where in normal times, I think this was in February or March, or it was early. It was before the UK. They had their lockdowns. Obviously, it went from east to west, basically. The impression I got anyway. Although Italy, that's an interesting one. But generally, that's the feel I had of it all. But there was a beach, touristy beach. Obviously, there's no tourists travelling anywhere. And then some rare turtle just started coming ashore and laying eggs and all that sort of stuff. And it was just, but quite a large number. I think there's only one or two beaches in the whole of the Southeast Asia where these turtles actually went ashore, because obviously they're more probably secluded. But they were coming ashore on this one main beach where there's a tourist destination, hotels, but they were just coming ashore because there's no people there laying their eggs, like 60 or 70 nests. And then it's like, wow. So nature just, if you give nature a chance, it finds its way and it sorts itself out. You know, and that's just like a few weeks. It's like, can you imagine? It's then the whole areas, you know, a lot of animals were coming out. There's less people around, and it was easy to see things. I was a bit loud, wasn't it? It was easy to see things and stuff like that. So it's fascinating, really, what things, the positive things that actually happened. Because there wasn't very many, was there? Of course, but wildlife-wise, yeah, really interesting. Yeah. Oh, there's probably less food around because there's obviously less people and less litter and shit on the floor, I would imagine. So, yeah, I bet there was. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't know. It's probably probably the turtle thing, I guess. Yeah, yeah. I mean, my ears prick up with things like that. Obviously, I am actually into wildlife and stuff. So it's like, yeah, it does have an effect. It's weird. It's weird how that shit happens. But yeah, it's going to finish this one. So my mate's not going to join, which is fine. I wasn't expecting him to be fair. Or anyone else, to be fair. But I just fancy that. Late night beer, I shouldn't drink this time of night, really. I used to a hell of a lot, but yeah, things have changed. Yeah, the old rats. The old rats in any major city, it would probably be all the same. It's they'll probably be a bit more visible with oh shit, we got no food, you know. Like that. I don't know. So we're at midnight now. So just finishing off this, and I'll go on to the winter mild. I'll show you the can again in a minute. That wasn't too bad. I'm pleased that wasn't too bad. So, where is it? The winter mild. Really quite a nice can. I don't know if anyone knew. I showed it a bit earlier on, but yeah, winter mild. I don't know, my mate was after them. It's on their website if you watch this again, Peter. So yeah, community grown hops. It's got a nice feel to the can, and you don't see too many milds these days. Yeah, I'd like to try this on cask, but obviously I don't think this is going to be available on cask with the shit that's going on locally at the moment. But so this is probably going to be it. At least, hopefully, there'll be more cans of it. well, we'll find out Thursday, but yeah, nice to try a nice English mild. It's actually quite a high ABV for an English mild, 6.9%. Not getting any of that, but yeah, I'm glad I've got another can downstairs. The kind folk at Time and Tide, I've done like 3 or 4 cans I wanted, and they very kindly 3 or 4, 1, 2, 1, 2. I don't know if it was 4 or not, I can't remember. They doubled up anyway, so this is drinking really nice, very smooth. Now it's warming up a bit. A bit too cold probably when I reviewed it, but it's got a bit more earthiness now to it as it's warming up. Still not the ABV though. It's a lovely little beer, that. We've got Adam. How you doing, mate? You all right? Yeah, just saying about that. I've done a review of it. I'll probably post it on Thursday, I think. I've got a review for tomorrow. Just got to sort the thumbnail up quickly later on. Got one from the Xylo from Margate, so that'll be Wednesdays, and then that'll be on Thursday. So there's a few reviews, just one review a day, but we'll get there slowly, build it up a little bit. I'm trying to keep it local. So I'll probably do another like Ramsgate Brewery beer for Friday, maybe. But I need to start getting a few more other breweries in on the act. I haven't opened this yet. I've still got this 5 litre mini keg of an oatmeal stout, Golgotha oatmeal stout. 5.5% oatmeal stout, so there's about 8 and a bit pints in that. So it's like, apparently you've got to drink it in 4 days. It's like, really? So I'm a bit scared to open it, to be fair, because I don't think I'd be able to do it. 8 pints of stout. Yeah, I know it's only 5.5, but God. That's a lot of the same beer for me anyway. So when you're used to like a can or a bowl, it's like again 8 pints. Shit. And it's not the ABV; it's just the amount of the same beer. It's just yeah. Am I doing okay? I just fancied a chat tonight, so yeah, we'll leave it there, mate. But yeah, just I can't get my head around the situation, to be fair. So let's head on and do a live chat for an hour. See if it helps me out after I've finished. We'll find out. Well, I'll let you know. But yeah, it's tricky shenanigans, to be honest. So not much else to say really on that one. Yeah, but it's different beers though, isn't it? That's the thing. Drinking 4 pints of the same beer, it just gets boring. Not boring, but do you know what I mean? I like variety. I think that's probably what it is. And 4 pints of stout going into the next morning. Yeah, could be interesting. So no, don't be. Yeah, well, it's your fault. But yeah, no, don't be sorry. It's just I'd rather talk about it really to a degree, but then I think, oh, maybe I shouldn't because you don't want to be all that sort of carry on. Really, it's a bit, you know. But yeah, I just need time, man. It's just I could do with jumping till like June, but then June's not going to be a good time either. So there's not really a good time to go to at the moment. End of June would be good. I think the end of June. Um, I don't even know what I'm talking about. you know, there you go. Yeah, that's the deal with that one, Adam. Yeah, I do dark. I normally do styles that kind of really. Obviously, I don't want nothing too crazy in imperial stout, and then going back it just wrecks your palate. Something mega hoppy. It's just like any other hoppy things are going to be nowhere near as good. Yeah, like well then a palate cleansers for me a Hellas or or a Pilsner or something. That's more of a palate, more of a palate cleanser between styles. That can help. Or a sour. I had a sour the other day actually. Actually quite. Ooh, yeah, they don't work for me this time of year. Sours. Well, I can drink stouts in the summer, but sours in the winter, I can't. It's just I've tried. They work for me much better in the in the summer months. So, but yeah, hoppy beers are just they're fine. Um, could be a overtone um, beer stream on Friday evening. Not too sure whose channel. It won't be on mine, but it'll either be on Rob's or Harry's. I've got three beers from Overtone. Uh, so time will tell on that one. But obviously, I won't be joining straight away. I'll be on later. Um, so, excuse me. So, six people watching. Cheers. Hope you're all keeping well. Hope you're not waiting for results. Well, I know one person is, but hope you're all good. Um, your homemade advent calendar is mostly sours. Why? Why would you do that to yourself? Or is someone winding you up? I don't know. Flipping heck. Oh well, that's on you. So, I say I love sours. I like sours. It's just, yeah, they just don't do nothing for me at this time of year. Really, it's just one of them kind of things. But, cheers, Lucy. Hope you're doing all right. I know you've had a few weeks of it as well. So, yeah, I'm just fancying a couple of late night beers. I say couple. It's the trouble. You get one or two, and it hooks you into it, and then you have more. It's like, okay, I didn't want that much. It's just one, you know. Yeah, I'm just going out for a pint. I don't know why I'm saying that for. It doesn't matter anymore. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, 5 pints later, I'm all right. But this is a decent beer. That's what I'm drinking. A 6.9% mild in a can. That's good. I'm glad I got another one. I'm hoping it will turn up in my. I mean, I got it from the brewery, done an online order. Got dropped off last week, and they said they doubled up. So, well, that's really kind of them. Wasn't expecting it, but yeah. So, actually, I posted this review today. So, from Time and Tide, one of their. They got 3 new beers. So you got that one. I haven't got the can at the moment. It's downstairs. Got that one, and there's one called Bury Me, which is a fruited sour. It is a sour, but I'm hoping it's more along the lines of a festive type sour. Fingers crossed. We'll wait and see on that one. I'll probably try that in the next few days. Got a few people turning up now, which is really appreciative. So Adam's getting back to his advent calendar. Just what was available at the time. Oh, you got a job there, okay. All right, our barrel aged one's all right. That's all right. Hopefully it adds a little bit of a kick to it. Yeah, I think barrel aged sours this time of year probably work a bit more than standard, just on the seasons really. But we've got Ronnie S. How you doing, man? How you keeping well? Ronnie is down in Florida, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I hope you're all keeping safe down there, mate. Yeah, it's pretty fucking shit where I am at the moment. I have to say, but it is what it is, isn't it? You just crack on with it and hope for the best. So Adam's got his second COVID test tomorrow. Just had the one can with my. Oh, talking about beer. Okay. That's all right then. Was it a day? How many days? Yeah, it's got to be a day, isn't it? How many 500ml cans are there? Arbor are like, is it 568? I can't remember. Not that I've had any of their cans, but yeah. That was just a guess. So we'll find out I'm probably going to be wrong, so that's normal. Yeah, we are, Ronnie. Yeah, the 5th. Oh, just jumped as I was. We are in lockdown, mate. Yeah, all non-essential shops are closed. You can only go out if you're exercising, education. What's the other ones? I can't even remember. If you're going for to go and give plasma, essential employment. If not, go work at home if you can. If not, you're furloughed. That runs until next Wednesday here in the UK, and then we're going to be placed into a tier system that's going to be even tougher than it was before, and which for where I am at the moment, I'm almost certainly going to be in the toughest one because the amount of cases that have happened locally in the last 3.5 weeks is what it is. Joe, Adams in the northwest of the UK, they run a pilot scheme, which is mass testing, and I think it's going to be rolled out into other areas that are going to be in tier 3 from next week. I think it's going to be more local authorities dealing with it. So all the local authorities in the UK are going to have more say, or not say, more control. And that should have happened back in like the spring, if I'm all honest. and that should have all been in place over the summer when there was no cases. Going into the winter, you know it's going to be shit. Right, local areas, do your thing. Here's the funding, here's the resources, blah, 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 blah. We wouldn't be in this shit. But that's, hindsight. Like, no, it's common sense. It's just, sort your shit out. Trouble is you've got dickheads in charge. Whoever's in, it's not just who's in charge, it's just people just in things for the wrong reasons, unfortunately. Rivington, okay. Right. Yeah, of course, I forgot about them. Right. Yeah, there ain't a lot of breweries that do 500ml cans, is there, in the UK? I don't think, anyway. I need to try some of their shit. I need to, is it Def something 2 or 3 or something? I know Pete was banging on about it, so it was a beer of the year. But yeah, I know they were going to be at Hop City, like originally. They started giving out details, the build up. Brewery, this brewery, that brewery, this brewery. Like, Rivington. Like, and I heard they've been pretty decent. This was back in the early part of the year. Obviously, as Rob would say, the world went on fire and that didn't happen. But yeah, they've always been on my radar. I've never had anything from Homer Island either, but I've got more of I'd rather go with Rivington, to be honest with you. Rivington. So yeah, it is what it is, mate. It's just, there's we're all in this sort of shit together, really. But are we? That's another. I hope to think we are. I wish to think we are. So true. I don't know what I said. I can't remember. We got here. Part of talking about where he is up in the northwest. Every 2 weeks. Yeah, I mean, hopefully this scheme that Adam's talking about there will be rolled out, certainly in the higher case areas, which is good. And the trouble is, it's keeping. I think that it's got to be better than this test and trace kind of shambles that's been going on the last few months. It's been an absolute pig's ear. The tracing percentages have been so low. It's like, why are you even doing it then? Because they reckon 200,000 people haven't been traced and all this shit. So do you wonder why we're in a bloody lockdown then? If it doesn't bloody work. Our system didn't work, so we've got to have shut down. You've got to stay at home. Like, fucking hell, nice. No, the trouble is people don't give it. It's got to that point now, I think, where people don't give a shit. They've had enough. I mean, you seem to have got more of an issue in the States, at least, with mask wearing. We haven't really got it here, although a lot of people don't, and it really pisses me off. The trouble is, I think in the States, you've made it more, you've politicised the mask wearing, and I think that's where it's got kind of out of hand. And, it's not been politicised over here, it's just idiots not wearing them. It would have been worse if it got politicised. That's my opinion anyway. I was saying wear a mask even before they weren't even saying wear a mask over here. They're waiting for evidence. It's like, just look at Japan. Look how many small cases they got. It's part of their culture. They wear masks, loads of ventilation. That's where you got to look. That's the evidence for me. Anyway, it's just common sense. Sort it out. Right, it's all barcodes. Right, that's good. This makes you wonder why they couldn't do that in the first place. I can't, you know. It's like in the spring, and it's like they're sending people out from hospitals to care homes. It's like, do you wonder why all that shit happened? Fucking idiots. And these people are experts, getting paid ridiculous money. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I've got this degree, I've got that degree. Yeah, but you've got these degrees, but you've got no common sense, mate. It's just like, you know, it's just always the same, isn't it, really? I mean, I'm no expert on anything, so, you know, but Jesus, you look at it, you think, why? It's like the whole kind of, over here in the UK, the, what do you call it? The hospitality industry. It's like, right, so here's what we're going to do. You can go and get a meal and have a beer, but you can't go into a pub and just have a beer without a meal. But you can go in the pub, have a meal, have a few beers. You can stay in there, then have a few beers. That's all right. But if they don't serve food, you can't. How the fuck does that work? How does that work? You know, it's just it's beyond me. It's just I don't know. They seem to be penalised for you know. I don't know. It's just I don't get it. Perhaps I am an idiot. I don't know. This is a question. Yeah, I think I would. Yeah. Yeah. I would. I would. What's the worst that could happen? I mean, you know, they all right. A lot of time hasn't passed, but what's the alternative? You know, if you look at it like that, or don't take it, then you get it. You get it, and this it's just a mask. It's not. It's just a simple thing. I don't get the whole thing. That's, you know, I, it's just a simple thing. I don't know. Just it doesn't make sense. It's not a big deal, is it? For goodness sake. I don't know. I just don't. It's just it's not a big deal. Not to me anyway. Um, I don't. Oh, it's just jumped. Sorry. I'll do that one in a minute. So I'm thinking about the substantial meal thing that made. Yeah, I just maybe. But you're still indoors though, aren't you? That's the thing. You're still actually indoors. You go out, walk around. You can't. You got to wear a mask. You sit down. You take your mask off. If it's an airborne thing, you're still sitting down without a mask. If it's an airborne thing, then it's not, you know, there's little things like that. I can't get my head around. To me, it doesn't make much sense. So, fair enough. Everyone's got their own thoughts on it. I mean, it's going to be. We've got these 3 vaccines now. It's all going to be peer reviewed. So. What's the alternative? At the end of the day, more people are going to die. So. I just think certain things in certain countries need to settle down. I think political parties all need to be on the same page. Not that you got to, it's a tricky one, isn't it? People in charge are too many vested interests as well, and I don't know. Why did I go down this road of talking about this? There's a silly rule here about ordering food with a drink, so you could just order some chips or fries. They did away with that a few months ago, though. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know the. Yeah, people are spreading to a wider public and smoke pass. I get that. I haven't done beer crawls for. I just don't do it really. There's not many bars I actually go to these days. I normally go down to one. I've got 2 locals. I'll either go. Not now, obviously, but beforehand I used to go to one or the other. I didn't go from one to another and then go home. I went to that one, go home. I went to that one, go home. So I was mindful of a little bit, like, I know they're both like 10 minutes walk. Well, one's not even 10 minutes, one's 5 minutes, one's 10 minutes. So I had a choice. Did I want loads of cask beer, or did I want a bit of cask beer and some craft beer? That was my options. Or, a few bottle or a can or something. Just mucking around, just having a few beers. Although it wasn't the same, until all this crap ends. The Ravensgate, at least, it's not the same. I still go there because I love the people that run it, and I love the place, but it wasn't the same even before lockdown. Being around the bar, it was the whole part of it. It was that was the atmosphere, having a chat. Can't stand at the bar. You've got to sit down, do the app thing, bring the beers over. It's like the atmosphere was just, it wasn't there. Unless you're at a table, have a few beers, and you create your own atmosphere kind of thing. But yeah, it's been pretty duff, to be fair. A few more comments here. Yeah, well, good luck. We was in tier 1 about 3 weeks ago. We ain't going to be tier 1 or come next week, that's for sure. It's just at a time where I don't need tier 3 at the moment. I've got enough fucking tiers going on at the moment as it is. We've got Kimmy. How you doing? I watched some of your. I mentioned it to you the other day. I watched some of your stuff in the summer. Some of your walks and that. Really cool. Hope you're doing all right. Oh, it's just jumped again. Sorry, Adam. All the best bars are closed though. Yeah. Well, yeah, we're gonna be closed. next Wednesday or Thursday day. Yeah. Oh, that's a bit loud. So it's like get to that point where you can't. I want to try and support everyone through this. But I can't drink it quick enough, and I can't afford it. It's like, it's just one of them kind of deals. But yeah, so all for vaccines, but we'll wait for the long terms. Yeah, that's the thing, isn't it? That's the only. No one knows the long term side effects. That's the thing in the back of my mind. Like, and my dad's already said that. He said, "Oh, I'm going to give it a while just to see." Long term side effects. My mum should take it. I think she should take it. She's bedbound anyway, type 2 diabetes. Carer's coming in 4 times a day. What's she got to lose? You know? Happy. So yeah, long-term side effects. Exactly. I mean, that it's only been 11 months, isn't it? As well, Adam. So worst could happen. Well, there is that. I know there is that. How long do you want to wait? And then, if a lot of people think that way, this pandemic ain't going to be over, is it? So you're going to have to live with restrictions for the rest of your life. Not rest of your life, but 3, 4, 5 years. Who knows? Until you find out long-term side effects. It ain't going to happen, is it? It's just not. It's just not going to happen at the end of the day. It's not going to happen. If everyone had that frame of mind, no one would take it. That's the other side of it, isn't it? Phase 3. Yeah, well, phase 3 is what I can remember. What I've read and seen is it's towards the end of. We're in phase 3. We're is that Florida State, or is that what is that? Or are you talking about a different potential vaccine phase 3? I think that's what I think you mean. But so you're probably a couple of months away from getting emergency usage of. I assume that's what you mean. I don't know. So let me know on that one, Ronnie. Yeah, craft beer places here, as they used to, small, narrow. Yeah, micro pubs locally. I mean, we've got about 30 in my local area, 25, 30, probably 25. Long term, I don't know how they're gonna. We're gonna lose a few for sure. But once this is all over, others will pop up. It will. They'll be bankrupt or whatever. It's shit. Other people are probably just waiting in the wings. Fingers crossed everything gets sorted out. And they'll pop up again. The market's there, certainly locally. We'll have to wait and see. Get another 4 pint from the local micro pub this weekend. Cool. They're quite. Some of them are going to be duff. Some of them are going to be, oh, fucking, that's really good. And then you try and get some more. Oh, sold out. It's like, yeah, you bastards. So, long term. No one's waiting 5 years for long-term side effects, are they? They're just not going to. Not going to happen. Yeah, you're on furlough for 5 years. Yeah, but you can't fucking do nothing. You can't go abroad. You can't, you can't go to the pub for 5 years. What's it going to be? Are you going to take it? Or are you going to wait 5 years? I think that's the. Do you know what I mean? It's just, what do you do? It's a gamble, isn't it? It's one of them. I ain't having that shooting me. Okay. Right. We fucking anarchy. So Ronnie comes back with Florida. Yeah, I don't know what that means either. Then I thought you were talking about a drug. It was in phase 3 trials. That's why drugs normally take a minimum of 12 months. Yeah, they do. But then you also got to look at the amount of people they generally test is a lot lower than what's being tested on people for this craziness. I can't remember what the numbers were for the Oxford vaccine. I think it was 10,000 here, 20,000 overall, or something like that, or whatever. It's quite a lot. It's a lot of data. They're saying that they've got to sift through, is it 4,000 years worth of data? It's like, what? It's like, Jesus. There's going to be some seriously wealthy people with the amount of hours they've worked this year. But fair play to them, that. It's just, people are trying. People are trying out there. We've got Rast going. How you doing? Quick hello and goodbye. Stay safe. Cheers, mate. Appreciate it. Cheers for chiming in on Twitter earlier. Hope you're all right. And I'm sorry I didn't catch up with your weekend thing again. I fell asleep early Saturday. I had a bit of a day. I had a bit of a few days, to be fair. But that's all that. Hope you're keeping well. And yeah, we'll get together at some point and have a beer. Be great to meet you. That's the trouble, and that's the thing, isn't it? So this is why you can't wait 5 years, because you just can't do it. You can't do it. It's just how do you actually get to that point where you're not going to close things down for 5 years, are you? It's not going to happen. Yeah, furlough for 5 years. Ka-ching. Yeah, it's not going to work. Mind you, everyone's houses would be decorated well, wouldn't they? But then it wouldn't be worth anything if you want to sell them. Just a fool. I didn't think it was that much, but perhaps you're right. I know that they've got trials in more than 2 countries. Is it 4 or 5 countries? I think. But whatever. I mean, my concern is all these vaccines. Yeah, great. Potentially, 90% work. Do they work on this? They need to get some people. They need to send some of this vaccine. Send it to Denmark. See if it works on this strain that's different through mink, and then find out, because it's mutated. It got transferred to mink from humans, and then from mink to humans. From humans to mink, and then mink to humans, and it's a different strain apparently. So yeah, try on some people out there. If not, they need to find another one. Just saying. Hi, Jules. How you doing? Hope you're keeping well. I just wanted to. I was in that kind of mood for a chat. Had an iffy few days, so just here cracking a few beers. I've had a couple now, so it's 20 to 1 here. So yeah, I'll probably have one more beer, and then I'll probably shut it off around about 1 a.m., which is like 8 p.m. Eastern, so that sort of time scale, he says. So we're just talking about the world at the moment, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it'll be all right. Well, there is that, isn't there? I'm surprised they haven't gone more into this. I mean, I listen to Spotify a lot, like a hell of a lot. I love my music, and I get the free version, so I ain't paying for I listen to I'll put up the adverts. I don't care. There's loads of these bloody adverts. They're actually encouraging people to donate their plasma stuff. I'm surprised they're not. You don't really hear about that a lot, getting the old plasmarage, and it's the T cells. That's the one you want. You want to get T cells into people. T cells is going to be much safer, I'd say, than any kind of vaccine. But then I'm no expert, but just logically, T cells, if they work. I know there's still T cells in people that had SARS coronavirus 1 back in 2003, which was SARS. But that was nipped in the bud really early, so that could have been another one back then. That went down really nicely. So we've got a few people here turning up. Hello, everyone. Paul, how you doing, Bray? Bray, how you doing, brother? That was a really good chat yesterday. I really enjoyed that. That was an unusual time of day for me to join. Nothing crazy, just 2 or 3 beers. Really nice Sunday afternoon. That was cracking. Really enjoyed it. So we've got Lee Russell now in how you doing, mate? I see in the comments about side effects of vaccine cases are such incredibly low, serious side effects which are near non-existent. I want to laugh at such ignorance. Yeah, I mean, it's just that I mean that's the short-term side effect, which is all fair and good, but then nobody knows the long-term, which I understand as well. So what the hey? So Paul's saying hello to a bit of pleasantries, backwards and forwards with Paul and Lee. So do check out these film podcasts. Twat should be destroyed on site or wherever it is, or as Lee would say, probably everyone. I'll give him that. Is this actually going to work? There we go. So yeah. The Oxford vaccine was 70% if they give the full dose, and then if they give a lower dose, it was which is one day, and then 4 weeks later they get the second dose. It was 90%. I didn't hear about 95, but whatever. Yes, you can, Paul. Why not? Why not? Let me just sort this shit out. Yeah. Copy. I'm just going to go and get another beer. I'm going to have Paul joining us for a little while. I'm not going to be up mega late, and I think it's already 1:45, so I'll probably have one more beer. So, half hour max, something like that, 3/4 of an hour. Call it 1:30, and then I'll be going to bed. Yeah, it's not going to be crazy late, but it's getting late already, so need a bit of sleep and then do the old getting up bullshit. Right, or anyone else who wants to join for half hour, just let me know. I'm not going to post it in normal things, so I'll leave that page open for a minute. Just going to go get a beer and then be well behind on the comments. Right, got a few comments here. Get straight to them. Not even going to bother reading them. You can read them yourself. Yeah, you take care, Lee. I guess you're working. I did see you was playing some game earlier. But, hope you're keeping well. We need to catch up and have a beer soon on some stream or whatever. Right, I'm just going to go and get another beer, and I'll be back. I'll let Paul in probably. Oh. There we go. Christ, we've got 3 people. Wow. So he pulls down in the basement there. Sort this stupid thing out. And we get going. Right. Here we go.
Well, hello.
How you doing?
Good, good. Here. Time for a beer.
Indeed. Yeah. I'll have
Yes.
a beer. Yeah, I enjoyed yesterday. It was really good.
Yeah, no, it was great. I got the Senkela's the Yerbach Rauch beer, and then I have the Schwarz beer from ABK.
Right.
So
Nice. Yeah,
pull them out of the dungeon.
Yeah, I posted the Schwarz beer today actually. So,
oh, cool. I'll check it out.
From local brewery, kind of jobby. So that was good.
I love Schwarz beers. You just don't get enough of them.
Well, no, you don't at all. Especially, I mean, it's like milds. I had a mild earlier. We don't. You don't get a lot. You get more milds than Schwarz beers, but
Still don't get a lot of either.
yeah, I mean, not as many as you used to. Even like traditional milds, even here in England, where where they're
Yeah,
from.
well, that was nice because because I bought those beers from that distillery or this distribution place. So now I got a case of mild and a case of Schwarz beer that I can kind of pull back and forth. So I'm enjoying two excellent qualities that I could never usually get. So I'm
That's good.
happy about that.
That fills the gap, doesn't it, to other styles
Yeah.
you always drink all the time, like stouts or barley wines.
Oh no,
Or,
yeah, no. This definitely breaks up the monotony of Haysbro, if you know what I
yeah,
mean.
yeah.
The only thing that's gonna suck is when they run out.
We got a
And then I'm
message
going to
here for
start
you.
getting the DTs. I'm going to start getting the shakes. Oh, by the way, I'll have finished reading your story by the end of the week. Well, I'm sorry I had to put you through that. Sorry it wasn't sooner, but I had some work swamp. That's perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. There you go. Perfect. I sent him a copy of my novella
Right.
that I wrote. So I
Right.
just wanted to
Yeah.
give wanted to have him go over it and give a little proofreading.
Yeah. I know. You talked about that a few years ago. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
I remember you
Well,
talking about it.
actually, the novel was I was writing screenplays for a while and scripts. The novel was really weird because I was just driving. I was listening to like a lot of Lovecraft and stuff on YouTube and whatnot, etc. And then one day I was just coming home thinking about a couple different concepts in my head, and all of a sudden the name The House in the Hollow kind of just came into my brain. And then while I was just driving back to work that week, I kind of came up with everything as I was just driving. I was audio like dictating everything on my phone that was coming into my head.
Yeah.
Which made it really hard because then I was trying to throw all of what I did audio wise into a computer and like edit it, which sometimes audio recording isn't exactly accurate, if you know what I mean. Like like I never said the elephant punch fuck the donkey. I've never said that, but that's what it says. I said, because I didn't swear at all in my dictations, but once I put it into like Microsoft Word and I was actually looking at it, I mean there was F bombs everywhere, and I'm like, I didn't say any of those. So it was like one of those kind of things. Yeah, it
It
was pretty
sounds
funny.
like YouTube Translate by the sounds of it. It's got that kind of deal. Yeah. Yeah. So you watch the subtitles on YouTube sometimes. You think
Yeah, no, it's good.
what
Yeah, get
what
on
are these?
Stuart's
What's
channel
all
and
that
put the
about?
subtitles on. It's
Just
good times.
it's proper hilarious, but it's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's like Google Translate.
yeah.
It's just shocking. It's bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's I mean, if that's the state of AI, then we're going to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's
God, I
yeah.
like it. It's pretty funny.
Oh yeah,
I've
it's
never
funny
written a
shit.
book before, and I'm not really very good at writing.
Oh, neither am I. I'm awful.
I like creative writing. I'm just not good at it. If you know what I mean. It's like there's lots of things that we do in life that we enjoy. Doesn't mean we're good at it.
I'm more of a I have to be in the mood to write
Mm-hmm.
mindset. You know,
Mm-hmm.
if I get in that mindset, I can write and
Mm-hmm.
and I just go. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and other days I'm like I don't want to do it.
No, I just can't be bothered. No, you're right.
It's
You
just
can't be bothered.
it's just
Yeah.
it's all or nothing for me anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Apparently, my daughters are turning on Hocus Pocus right now because I can hear them in the other room. So they're gonna watch Hocus Pocus.
we got Dickie's beer reviews. Chiming in, saying hello.
Hey,
Cheers.
ear.
Yeah, with beers. Cheers with beers.
Here's with beers.
Yeah, it's a frame of mind thing for me anyway.
Mm-hmm. No, it totally is. And then, of course, I'm coming up with 16 other different concepts at the same time because I have ADD when it comes to like creativity shit. So I'm trying not to go too crazy. But yeah, I haven't touched the damn thing since I gave Lee that copy because I'm just waiting for feedback before I do any editing. I want to get it all back in, and then I want to screw with it. So
Yeah. So, cheers. Craig's the name, but Kent Beer Reviews is the channel.
It's Kent from Craig Beer
I
Reviews.
very rarely say that, so you're privileged on that one. So he's asking what your channel is. So I'm just going to take that off, and just type in PA Brew News, and then you'll find Paul's channel. He's from
PA Brew News.
Yeah, Pennsylvania. So there you
It's
go.
always a bad idea. It's always a bad idea to do that.
It's good. It's good. It's about making.
I was really happy that I did that stream yesterday with everybody on it, and it kind of held up. Everything was fine.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's weird that I go on that time of day. I thought, fuck it, I'll go on for a while.
Yeah, it was like 3.5 hours, and Thomas was on, so that was new. First time I ever really talked to Thomas, like for a long time. So
I must have missed that. Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas Open was on.
Oh, that Thomas. Yeah, he's sound. He's great.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind you. I mean, see about getting window beer reviews into one of them too. Get 2 Tommies.
Yeah,
wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah,
2 Tommies. What the fuck?
Yeah, well, no, they're both great. They're both great.
Yeah. I actually I haven't seen Thomas post anything lately for Windows beer reviews. So hopefully he starts posting again.
Yeah,
he was doing some homebrew stuff on Instagram. Yeah. That was pretty cool. So I wanted to know how those homebrews turned out.
He's always in the chats on various hangouts. He's around. Mm-hmm. You must get notifications.
Oh yeah, he's around.
So he's all right, but I hope he's all right.
I do really like the Irish craft beer that I have had, so I definitely like to get more of that. But it's so hard to find it around here. Like you could find, I mean, if I really looked, I probably could like muster up a little White Hag, but it's hard to find a lot of different other Irish beer reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I got a sub. Woohoo!
Anyone would be all right, but yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just my stupid.
I'm trying to think. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna get like I'm not talking like Harp or anything like that, but I'm talking about like White Hag or Galway Bay, Galway Hooker, things like that. They're a little bit harder to find. No, it's not. It's Mark from Kent's Hazy Beer Reviews by the Craig Ocean. That's what it is.
I just love confusing people.
Yeah.
It's great.
That's all right. You know, I was on one. I can't remember what it was. I was on some Vaughn live chats back in the day, and they thought my name was like Pablo. Because it's Pa Brute. Like they were coming up with all these different, like his name must be like, they called me Pabrunus for a while. Pabrunus. I'm like, Pabrunus. Yeah. It's P.A. Brunus. Yeah, they thought my name was like Pablo or something like that. Yeah, it was pretty interesting. It was funny.
Yeah, you're a drug lord. That's funny shit. This is actually a bit weird.
Oh yeah, Joe. It was real. I mean, it's a novella. It's not super big or anything like that. But it's Lovecraftian, and hopefully I can get it finalized and put out. I got artwork I'm making for it too, so we'll see what we can do there. That's pretty cool. And then I got 2 more. I already have 2 more in my head based off what I did to try to put 2 more out. When I was really writing gung ho, I was really thinking about, I could probably, if it says inspiration, you have to have the inspiration. But if the inspiration hits, you could do two. If I could do like one every year or one every other year, I'd be happy. Thomas is lovely, except for the fact that he's Dutch. My partner calls him well-spoken Dutchman. There you go. Yeah.
I can't. Once this hell ends, there's so many people I want to meet. Obviously, Adam and Thomas and
My phone keeps on wanting to slip, but I don't know why.
I'd like to meet everyone. It'd be great. Anyway, I need to empty my bladder here. Back in a second. Sorry.
Well, apparently Thomas is actually going to try to come over here next year, which I'm okay with.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. We'll wait and see.
He does get a little sweaty. Oh my, he gets a little sweaty. You get the little. There's some of the stuff he starts saying now and again, but it's pretty funny. Sorry, kids. Lots of windmills and wooden shoes. What can you do? And chocolate sprinkles on everything. Gonna drink das Ochsenkeller Rauchbier Yerbach from Bamberg, Germany. All right. So this is the Schenkerla, the historic smoked beer brewery. Ochsenkeller Rauchbier is the Yerbach is the complex sibling of our classic Märzen smoke beer, exactly like the classic. All its barley malts are kilned and smoked by burning beechwood logs in the Schenkerla maltings. Its high smoke malt concentration and longer maturation in the 14th century beer cellars underneath Bamberg create a taste profile of the most intense smokiness, beautiful, balanced, and deep malt sweetness. As one of the last traditional made smoked beers, Ochsenkeller beer is a passenger into the arc of taste by Slow Food, registered trademark. And this one is smokebeer.com if you ever want to drink more smoked beer. And this one comes in at an unfortunately too sessionable 6.5 alcohol by volume. Joe said something I didn't quite get it. It was, I don't know if it was something about me, but inspiration. My mind doesn't stop. Can't figure out how to put it down on paper. Well, what you do is you use a hand. Well, don't use paper, for God's sakes. Use a audio dictation and just randomly put crap on your audio dictation as it comes, and then copy all that and throw it in an email or whatever you need to do to get it onto a big computer, and then just start editing it like that. It's so much faster and easier.
Yeah.
It might be a little jumbled and incoherent at times, but it's so much faster and easier.
As long as you've got it in order. Get it in order.
Yeah, well, you have to make sure you break. Make sure you put some breaks between your dictations, but it's actually much better.
Look at this.
Look at that. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, Ron.
Let's go.
Perfect. That was a celebratory. That was a celebratory pour. Yes, let's make it happen.
That was a knob bed pour. So.
Damn right. Yeah. It's all right. I have like 10 more in the cellar, so.
That's all right then.
Mm-hmm.
Man, in comparison, I'm drinking this. Just that Jackhammer from Brewdog.
Jackhammer from Brewdog.
It's not the beer I remember it.
I don't like Brewdog anymore, except for like their one-off Imperial stouts aged in something or whatever. I really haven't been even slightly impressed with any BrewDog stuff.
I've actually been quite impressed with their collaboration they done with Audi over here in the UK. That was for what it is.
What that Pilsner they did, or what?
No, on IPA, a sessionable IPA.
Oh, did they IPA, especially IPA?
It's only a 4.8, but that was all right. It was a proper session.
Yeah,
it was good. And for the price, it's like, yeah, absolutely. You could drink.
Jake did that on his channel. It's a amazingly popular beer review. Is that the same one?
That was, I think it was the original one, which was the anti-establishment. Before they got together and come together and done a collaboration. It was before.
How do you have an anti-establishment beer that you do with a major chain?
It was a dig, because BrewDog are generally, apparently, anti-establishment.
Bullshit. They're capitalist pigs.
Yeah, well,
that's the lovely thing about the whole thing. I was like, you're a business. You're a brewery. You're a business.
This is where BrewDog have changed over the years. When they first come out, they were fuck you, fuck off, fuck this.
Well, I remember that. I mean, like, I remember watching, the Oz and James, where James Watts was on it and his brother and his partner, and they were just two punks on a bench drinking beer that were chilling down with frozen peas to keep it cold. I mean, like, I like that. I love that.
Yeah.
I've never approved of James Watts' fashion design because I don't like scarves, but at the same time, like, I got it. That was cool. I liked it. But yeah, now BrewDog, like, they have to, at some point in time, you have to say, look, I'm sorry about this, but I am a corporate pig. Like, you have to, you have to own up. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, like Sid, like, what not Sid? I'm gonna say, well, my Johnny Rotten. You are no longer punk. You are a piece of shit that makes money off being punk back in the day. Like it's just what And where do you draw the line?
Well, I mean, they tried to still give off that old school when they first started. Don't give a shit. But
I mean, Tokyo. Like, Tokyo got me started in so much stuff. That beer from BrewDog. It was just crazy. You know what I mean? It blew my mind of what you could do with beer back then, and that's when I started homebrewing too. Because holy shit, you could throw that in a beer. You could do this. You could do that. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Belgian stuff has always been like that. Crazy Belgian stuff. But every time I drink a Belgian beer, I go, well, I can obviously never do this because you need 100,000 years of, brewing experience, and you need all this, you need this. And these guys just go, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. Fuck it. Boom, boom. And then it comes out with a great beer. I'm like, I like that. That's good. Do that. Be right back. I'm gonna.
Oh, I'm just gonna run through some comments while you're. Yeah, but BrewDog on. They're not the actual company they were, but it's not. They're not going to be, are they? At the end of the day.
No. Well, they got BrewDog Columbus now, and I'm really confused because, they have BrewDog in Columbus, Ohio, but everything that we're getting from BrewDog in my area right now is out of date. It tastes like shit. And I'm like, wait a second. We have BrewDog in Columbus. Why are we getting out of date stuff? We should be like the freshest
Cheers,
stuff
Joe.
possible.
Cheers, Joe. Nice one. So we got
Warwick 7
saying, yeah, all good. Work late, quite buzzed. Okay, fair dues. Yeah,
that sucks, but everyone makes up for it.
Yeah, I just started off just because I fancied just having a few beers, and I'll go live for a little bit, and then it turns into a bit longer. And then Paul joined, and but yeah, all good.
I only have the two. I was gonna say maybe I'll drink it tonight, maybe I won't. Fuck it. But since you were
Yeah.
on, yeah, let's do it. Let's get them down.
Yeah, I mean, I'm only gonna have this beer now, and then that'll be it. So
Yep.
I've got,
And
I've
once
got,
this is done, I'm going to bed.
yeah, I've got to get my head down and then get up early.
No,
So
I'm helping the I'm helping the girls with their school and during the
yeah,
day too because their school's closed right now. So I'm gonna be up
oh
all day. So I might as well just say screw it, sleep all night, and help them stuff like that. So everything's good.
yeah, no. I'll just pick my times when I can. If I drink late, I drink late for a few hours, and then that's enough. Go to
That's
bed.
enough. Yeah.
You know,
I
just
tell you what, I didn't feel bad when I woke up after that hangout yesterday. I
good.
had like 7 or 8 beers during the hangout, but there were a lot of like aged stuff, aged sours, aged this, aged that. And did I have? I had the. I mean, I'll tell you what. I had the toots all night long, all night long. Like I
Yeah,
just would not stop. It was nonstop. I did. I
yeah.
felt great waking up. I felt completely fine. Everything was good. But I tell you what, like I was chugging along like a freight train all night
Yeah,
long. Cause I was like, God damn.
just open the windows. You'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I
Yeah,
felt like Pepe Le Pew just walking through the fucking shop, just having a big fucking train behind me of smoke.
yeah. Brown haze. Yeah,
hmm
yeah. Just
Yeah, but other than that, it was fantastic.
I was good.
And
I
all
was
those
good.
sour beers were really tasty too, so that was good.
Yeah, the one as again, it was all right. The very one, it more suited for I'd think the time of year, but I've got a few others over there.
hmm
I don't know about bloody mango, guava, and passion fruit sour, but yeah, I can
And I
palm
don't
that.
know. It's one of those ones where it sounds intriguing. I'm not sure if I'd like it.
I'm more worried about bloody acid burn on it.
No, acid burn. Well, and the other thing is those fruited sours have a bit of way of when you
Yeah,
open it too. So yeah,
not them ones especially, but I'm quite confident about. I mean, there's no Brett or anything in it. It's just a gozer.
so, okay, yeah. Like I said, I've always liked Berliner Weisses. I always thought they were nice. Traditional Berliner Weiss was
Yeah, but as I was saying earlier, there's certain styles like in the summer I can drink imperial stouts. Doesn't bother me.
no,
But
absolutely not. I drink Imperial Stouts
yeah,
24/7.
yeah, barley wines in the summer, fine. Um, sours in the winter, yeah, it doesn't quite do. It's not quite the same for me. It
Right,
needs to be.
right.
It needs to be hot. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's the other thing is like seasonal drinking, they say.
yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, well, like in your house, you put the temperature where you want it.
There is that.
So, yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you want it really hot to drink a goza, turn the heat up. Like, or if you need it, yeah. And that's the thing is, like, if you need it cold to drink an imperial stout, turn the air conditioner on. Like,
Yeah,
you can sit in
yeah.
front of an air conditioner drinking an imperial stout. It's okay. It doesn't matter if it's January or July.
We,
You know what I mean? Like,
we don't, the thing is, over in the UK, we generally don't have we don't have air conditioning like you do in the
right,
States for your
right,
house.
right.
That just does. We don't get them higher temperatures to warrant it.
Okay,
There's no point because you don't
right,
get to
right.
100 degrees very often. So
Oh, really?
you,
Okay,
not often, no. So,
okay.
uh,
Yeah.
but then in the
Well, that's
winter,
good. That's good for you then. That's good. That's excellent.
yeah,
I mean,
but,
like
but
you want it warm, but obviously you don't want it too warm.
yeah, I mean, I just if you want a stout, just go outside, I guess.
I mean, I believe like, don't get me wrong, non-reviewing, mind you, but I have sat by my wood stove downstairs in the middle of February, drinking an imperial stout, putting wood in the fire, and it was epic. It was amazing. You know what I mean? Like it was just one of those great things. Because the season, the time, the putting the wood on the fire, the smelling the wood, the drinking the imperial stout, everything just worked like magic. You know what I mean? So,
There you go. You got a
oh,
comment for
Jamie
that.
Smith's oatmeal stout.
Yeah, we get them here, but I don't have them often. But it's one I'm gonna seek out this winter and give it a review. But I'm
Well,
gonna wait.
that's one of the things. I mean, there's my Sammy Smith glass right there. I mean, that's one of those things. Like, you know, Sammy Smith might not be blowing anybody's doors off or anything like that, but if you want a more traditional style beer and you can't find like the St. Peter's or the Fullers or things like that, you see Sammy Smith's, pick it up. You're gonna pick it up because you don't find it too often. You know what I mean? So when you do see Sammy Smith's and stuff like that, which is more readily available, and you're really in the mood for a nice porter or an oatmeal stout or a chocolate imperial stout or whatever you want to call it, that chocolate stout they make. Yeah, all day long
organic.
you have to pick that up.
Yeah,
The organic chocolate stout. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one time over here, they had small bottles that they had like small American sized bottles of Sammy Smith's chocolate stout, organic stout, for $2 a bottle. It was tiny little bottles, the regular American size. Well, they got a shipment in of Sammy Smith's chocolate stout that was the English size bottles, and they put them in the same area for $2 a bottle.
What?
Well, I bought every one they had.
500 mils.
Yeah, I was like, for $2 a bottle, you just come over here, buddy. I bought every single one they had. Yeah, I was like, I know what you did. You fucked up. Give me that. Give it to me. Yep.
Yeah. You don't tell them. You just buy it. That's it.
You just buy it. Yeah. You don't have to. You explain. I like to explain afterwards. Oh, by the way, you fucked up. But hey, thanks.
Yeah. I've got the receipt. Fuck you.
See you later. Bye bye. Have a nice day. Yeah. Yeah. And doing a nice 500 milliliter was very nice for $2 a bottle.
That's good.
Yeah, because $2 a bottle is nothing, especially considering the shipping, the bullshit, the size, Yes, I will buy this all day long for $2 a bottle.
I was going to say, Warwick, where are you? What state are you in? I assume you're in the States. Let us know.
So I would have to assume he's in the States. Yes.
I would assume. I'm just when he said.
Well, Courage Imperial Stout's very, very nice, and St. Peter's the cream stout is really nice. I like Landlord on cask for sure. Have to drive far for it.
Landlord's very traditional.
He's on the Maryland PA border, so he's very close towards me.
Right, okay. Right, there you go. So you just,
actually, if I really had to choose between for St. Peter's, I would personally, I would like to go for their old style porter over their cream stout. I think the old style porter is really, really good, and they actually have old cases of cream stout, old style porter, and their Scotch ale up in that distributor near me, about in the mountains. So at some point in time, I'm gonna have to buy all those too.
Cool.
I'm just wedging my bets right now and buying this right now, buying that right now. But there's lots of beer up there I'm going to buy because St. Peter's does make really good beer. I think they're from Suffolk. I think.
Yeah, they are. Yeah. I've reviewed a few bits and bats from them. I had their plum porter earlier in the year, which is quite nice.
Is it better than Titanic's?
I need to do a side by side. I reckon. It's one of them. You kind of they're both decent. I mean, Titanic's.
I had Titanic's plum porter when I was in Brum, and honestly, it's not bad. You really need to love plum. Like if you love plum, it's gonna be really good.
We had it in Manchester as well, didn't we? On cask.
Yeah. Because I had there's a bar. If you go in the Fuller's pub, if you leave the bar and go, what was it? You go the back door. It goes right into another pub.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's where I had the plum porter on a half. I had a third and a half or whatever. And it was all right. It was one of those real quick slams.
In Birmingham, yeah. I've been there.
Oh yeah, you went to that one too. Yeah, so it's okay.
Yeah, I wasn't there with you, because you
No,
go
no,
into one,
no.
and then you go through the door, and then you go into the Fuller's pub, which is an old
Into the,
bank.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah,
It's
you
like
went
it
the
ma-
opposite way. You went from that one first into the Fuller's Pub. I went the other way. Hmm.
No, I mean, not
Yeah, it was
through the
good.
Fuller's pub. Yeah, but it's really. I don't think I went there with you, but I've been there a couple of times.
No, no, no. I was there
I
by
only saw
myself,
you in
and then I
Manchester.
was Harry and
I
I
only,
were there. Yeah, and
yeah, I only saw you in
but no,
Manchester,
it was
but
definitely. I mean, I'll tell you what. That old joint stock pub for Fuller's, it was beautiful.
oh man, just
It's just
beautiful.
gorgeous.
Even for me, going in there, it's like this is shit. This is shit hot.
Oh wow, wow,
We went.
wow, wow.
We went the following year in 28. Was it last year? Can't remember.
2019. Yeah, we went in 2018. Yep.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's last February we all met up and we went in there, and they had Fuller's Russian Imperial Stout and cask on, and yeah, 10% or whatever it is. And it was something stupid like £1.80 a half for a 10%. I mean, we
I
could
would
have
just
got
get full pint.
absolute. We could have got out. You can't have one. You could have got
Oh, you have
absolutely.
to have halves. Okay.
But they were just like, I'll have two halves. You know, it's easy, isn't it? Just, but we could
Okay.
have got
Well, that, yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, honestly, their imperial stout goes down like water. I mean, like it's not thin, but it's so easy drinking.
Oh yeah, it's great.
It's just delicious. You
Oh
know.
yeah, yeah. It's just
Yeah. So definitely, the
like
thing
that.
is, like, I can slam imperial stouts. I can slam imperial stouts. I can slam this. I can slam that. Get me with a mild, and I have to sip it. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
I saw your thing the other day about that. That's quite. And
Yeah,
I
I
was
just
I was sipping that earlier. Um,
yeah.
which is
I
it was a
have
6.9 mild though, 6.9% mild earlier, which is
yeah, a
you
6%
know,
mild.
6.9.
6.9% mild. Okay, winter mild. There you go. A little bit more hardy for those cold months, I guess.
I mean, you don't get 6.9% milds in the UK very often. You just don't.
No, so you have an imperial mild.
Pretty much. And I said that
Yeah.
in the review. I said that in the review. I said, this is pretty, that's an impressive mild. It's just,
I was gonna say, so technically speaking, isn't that a strong ale?
I don't know where the borderline is with that. I, you know,
I think if it's over 4, I'm pretty sure it goes into that territory where
I
it's
don't
like an
know.
English strong ale instead of an English
Yeah,
mild.
maybe. I
You
didn't
know?
mention that in the thing, but I thought,
Yeah,
this
that's
is a
pretty.
strong.
Well, I have a English mild in the dungeon there at my parents' house. It's a what was it? It was a English mild aged in bourbon barrels.
Wow, wow.
And I'm just like, why would you age a mild in bourbon barrels? But I bought it. I didn't care. I bought it. I saw it. I bought it. Yeah. I don't even know what the ABV is. If the ABV is like 3.2, I'll be even more confused. Because to me, it's only going to taste like bourbon.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we'll see how it is. We'll see how it is. I don't care. I was going to say English mild, mine. It was one of those automatic off the shelves.
So we've
And
got a
I
few,
mean, I can't complain. It's got bourbon in it.
we've got 3 comments here. I'm out from PA. Do anything for St. Peters. Whereas it just, what, there you go, Paul. Whereas it
The
just,
distributor is another. I'm outside about 25 minutes north of 80, and it's another 30 minutes north of me. So about an hour, let's say an hour north of 80 off from the central of PA, Bloomsbury area. So I would say it's probably about 4 hours away, 4.5 hours away from you. Something like that. 4 hours, 4.5 hours. Mackinson's 4.9. There you go.
I've never had it. Yeah, never had it.
I've seen it. I've never had it, but I've seen it.
I see it every.
I actually really like the McEwen's Scotch Ale from Marston's.
Yeah, yeah.
That's actually really nice. I've had a couple bottles now, and it's really good.
It's
8%.
if you're into a multi fix, then have at it. You know, it's one of them deals.
Yeah, it's a multi rough Scotch ale. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. It clicks all the boxes. It's really easy drinking though, and it's 8%. So I mean, it's pretty much what you need.
They do a whiskey reserve version of that as well.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Well, they did do about 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah. Right.
I never had it, but yeah. So yeah, I've never had Mackelson's either. Never had it.
No, I've never had that one. Nope.
No, I can see it. I see it every day. I never bothered buying it. Just
Oh, really? Oh, okay. I've seen it, but I've never had it to buy.
It normally comes in like 4 or 6 packs of cans. It's like, nah.
Okay.
But
you might have to buy it now. I don't know.
Yeah. Might have a little.
You might have to.
Might have to have a gander. Oh, it was. It's just awesome. I've got a bottle of
Purple box.
I've got a bottle of it here. There you go.
There it is. Purple box. Look at that.
Weeks ago.
Fuller's makes amazing beer. I don't give a fuck who they're owned by. They make amazing beer.
Is that 10.7?
They were the Griffin Brewery near the Thames in London.
Yeah, I picked up that, and I picked up this year's vintage ale as well. So.
Oh yeah, the 2020. Look at you. Yeah, nice. I have a 2016 I still need to review for next year. Because I do a Fuller's vintage ale 5 years of age every New Year, and I have a 2016 to still review.
And there's an 18.
There's 18. Yep. Yeah. I was a huge fan of Fuller's, especially when John Keening was their brewmaster. He knew what he was doing. He was a good guy, and he knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
Now there's I don't know what her name is, Gruppenführer Freitag, somebody. Like, it was Ilse She-Wolf of the SS. I don't know. I can't remember her name. But she seemed to be I don't know if she's still there, but she was definitely stirring up the mud puddle, and not in a good way.
I need to get more of this year's vintage, because it's only like £6 at the moment. So,
man, £6 for that is definitely a good price for that beer.
It's just like, and there's like 20 on the shelf. It's like, I could buy loads of this, and 15 years, 10 years time.
I'm still kicking myself for not buying the beer that I found.
10 years time, it could pay for my daughter's college or something.
Yeah. Well, I was over at the one place. They had $14.99 a bottle, Fuller's Vintage Ale. Oh, okay. I'll buy 2 bottles. I bought 2 bottles. I enjoyed one. I shared the other. They had about maybe 10 or 12 of them. I should have bought every fucking one of them. 2000 vintage. The 2000 vintage of Fuller's Imperial Vintage Ale for $14.99 a bottle. I think that sells for almost like $400 or $500 right now. It's stupid. Yeah. Oh my god, it's stupid. That's just
It's just people don't know what they got. They're just like, take it.
The question is, here's a serious question. If I bought them, would I have just drank them anyway?
I don't think you would have done. Even you.
No. I was just saying, like, no. Well, I got all these.
You've had 1 or 2, but you'd be like, no.
Nope, we're gonna save them. I've actually been amazingly good about saving Fuller's Vintage Ales.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like the one beer that I've been able to not drink.
There's money involved.
There's money involved. Absolutely. Money involved. Oh my God. If I could find a full case of 2000 somewhere in some backwoods distributor that doesn't know what they have. Oh my God.
$30.
Yeah.
You're like,
how about 25? How about that?
Yeah. Done.
Done. Yeah.
Yeah.
He gave me, when I pulled out that pack of Morehouse's Black Ale, that mild, it was all dusty. I mean, it was covered with plastic because they're big bottles covered in plastic. I pulled it out. I didn't even know what it was. I put it on the shelf. I said, "What's this? I don't know. How much?" And he goes, "Oh man, it's all dusty. How about $10?" I said, "Is that okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, fine." And I gave him $10. And I love the beer. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's great.
Well, I just hit 2 hours, so I'm going to shut this off now. We'll have a little chat
Cheers.
offline for a minute. But yeah, I want to thank everyone for the comments. Warwick, and there's been too many. There's loads. So Joe, it's off the top of my head. Adam, Harry,
Lee,
Lucy, Lee, Jules, and there's a few others. I'm really sorry. My memories sucks high at the moment. But appreciate it. You'll keep safe out there, and see you on the next review. So, which tomorrow will be beer from Butilla's. So that is coming up tomorrow. A chocolate vanilla port. Anyway, cheers for Paul for joining, and we'll see you later. Cheers.
Bye-bye.